I don't believe it. The whole holiday, my voice has sounded like a constipated donkey, and now it's finally happened. I've got ball hairs.
Woo! Well, if you don't have... We're back!
This is where our quest for legendary status begins, boys.
I'm John Cleese, and this is the making of Spud 2.
Why are you putting them up if you're just gonna take...
We got back, and literally within like the first day, it was like we never left. Like, it was like Spud 1 all over again, you know?
The groundsman informs me that there was some sort of a ruckus outside my house last night. Do you know anything about it?
Coming back to this group, oh my word, it is exactly the same.
Oh, it's awesome. It's really, really awesome.
Action. Right, page 63. May I feel, said he.
It's absolutely lovely on the first day of shooting to walk in, instead of a bunch of strange faces, just to have friends around.
So, this whole house was actually, a transvestite brothel.
It's just been great working with the same team, the same producers, same writers, same cast, and I feel that's allowed us to take it to another level, because movie making, it's about relationships.
Yeah, sorry, we were gonna swim, but the pool's infested. Mosquito lobby. Come in.
It's like getting to know the people you're working with, and just to get the best out of them, you need to know them better as people, and that's what we're doing on Spud 2.
If I didn't know better, I'd say you lot were rat-assed.
Working with Don's really, really good. He sort of just, he gives you that guidance right from the get-go, but at the same time, he completely lets you, do your own thing and experiment and have a bit of fun with it.
I had a day off, which I spent quite a lot of working with Donovan, whom I really enjoy working with.
I should say, Greenstein, you are playing the role of the coquettish nymph, so you will read every even number.
We had a very long lunch over some King Clip, and we came out with scenes I was very, very happy with indeed.
May I feel, said he.
I'll squeal, said she.
Just once, said he.
Is it fun, said she?
Let's go.
Cleese is just a legend in the world of cinema and comedy. He brings so much to every scene.
Why do they start food fights? Well, I'll tell you.
And he's added so many wonderful comedy moments.
They've offered me early retirement.
What are you going to do?
Well, I shall fight them. I shall fight them in the cloisters. I shall fight them in the quads. Well, the Gov's basically a rebellious guy, and he's in a school that's still a bit stuffy. It's not like the 50s, but it's still relatively stuffy, with a lot of people around who are very concerned about how everything looks, rather than with perhaps the reality of life. I spent half my life battling this madhouse, and I really don't know why I bother. The whole place is totally buggered. And what he's trying to do, what he loves when he meets Spud, is he finds a spirit that is open to the idea of ideas and not just taking things for granted. If you don't take the chance, you'll always regret it.
Sir? Spud 1 was very much about, Spud versus the world.
What's that?
Are you ready to take on Big Brother? Whereas this time around, we come back and it's sort of, right in the beginning of the movie, you're shown that Spud's now a part of the Crazy Eight. The Crazy Eight. Now this time, it's them against the world.
Right. Well, enjoy the year, gentlemen.
The Crazy Eight under Rambo's command start pushing the envelope, and they become more and more rebellious, bunking out, drinking, smoking, building the madhouse.
Buzz breaking into the headmaster's office.
And they come up kind of head to head against Spare Rib, their housemaster.
I want to see all of you in my office now.
Whose job depends on whether he can discipline them and manage them and keep them in check.
Wilson, if you can't control these boys, I'll find someone who can.
But they're in this, very kind of troublesome kind of state.
It's the teenage years. You want to fight. You want to find out who you are. You need to push boundaries.
They're just a bunch of naughty kids, you know, just trying to keep in trouble.
Yeah, this time around, I wanted to make Spud just like, I don't know, I mean, now that he is sort of more accepted, I wanted to make him just, he's got like a sort of a bit more confidence.
It is no wonder that I drink and act like an idiot all the time. I have hardly any ball hairs and a funny sounding voice. You try being a teenager sometime.
It's almost like a declaration of, you know, here I am, you can try and put me in a little box, but it's not gonna work, I'm growing up, you know?
What have you got to say for us? What have you got to say? I said to you.
What happens is there's a slow and gradual tightening until there's an explosion.
Spare Rib will stop at nothing to get us all expelled.
And their feud with their housemaster Spare Rib grows.
Your gang are going to get expelled from the school.
And eventually you realize something's gonna break.
Which leaves us with only one possible option. Get Spare Rib before he gets us.
Sir.
Wilson!
Where'd you get these?
From my dad's car.
It's just about an atmosphere of rebellion that is going on in the school, and the Gov, of course, is basically on the side of the boys. Out, damn Spud! Reader of mediocrities!
Yeah, it's about them really shaping up and sort of taking on the establishment strongly for the first time.
Don't you walk away from me!
It's all about going out and having fun with your friends and feeling like you can do anything, you know, and sticking it to the man.
It's my lads, the valiant! Never taste of death but once! Huh?
Boys, welcome to the Legends Hall of Fame.
It's like just getting back together with 7 of your best friends, but like, as if you never left.
Okay, so, the madhouse, if I could just paint a picture, it's a treehouse. Mad Dog finds it, starts to build it, we put it together.
Welcome to the madhouse, chap.
Yes!
Where did you get
So he's very proud of this, for sure. It's an attraction which brings his favorite bunch of people together.
It's our hideout, it's our fort, it's our lair, it's the Crazy 8 headquarters.
So we go back to your normal positions for this one, eh? For the dance.
This EPK is going to ruin the illusion of the madhouse.
The madhouse represents, as its name is like an asylum, it just represents everyone just going crazy and just letting loose and enjoying themselves.
For me, it's a vitally important part of this film. It's symbolic. It's symbolic of a freedom that the Crazy 8 sees, and it also sets up that wonderful dynamic with their housemaster Spare Rib, who becomes a real antagonist.
I think he's going to be one of the highlights of this movie.
How's it going? Oh, shame you little tender there, son. Huh?
What Don was quite keen on is getting a sense that he's an unpredictable guy, that you don't really know what you're dealing with when you deal with him.
Hey, schmucks. You're up for a challenge.
Sure, whatever.
If we pull into one of your dates, you gotta give us $100.
Okay. But if we pull into one of yours, we want 200.
Like that'll ever happen.
Then we've got the 3 prefects, Anderson, Emberton, and Death Breath, and they're very funny characters. They become Spare Rib's henchmen, and they really out to kind of get the Crazy 8.
We can't take on Spare Rib and the prefect.
Yes, we can.
And then Jeremy Crutchley as the headmaster.
The bad guy doesn't know he's the bad guy.
Parking problem, Mr. Wilson. Get it out!
Anger management might be a slight problem for them.
You know, it's actually quite a wild ride being back on set.
I remember you.
Okay. That rings a bell.
John Milton! He's not having his off with the maid, is he?
You know, there's been a lot of work that's gone into it, and these kind of endeavors aren't just thrown together overnight. There's a lot of skilled people who are working very hard to make it happen.
So, what did you think? Any advantages to a fascist utopia?
It sort of reminded me of this place.
I'm very excited. I think it's going to be a different beast to the first movie.
You're entering the hot dog eating competition. I'm gonna take you down.
I heard the neighbours are silly. 2 Zulus?
What? It's going to be Sodom and Gomorrah.
I think that they can expect more of an outright comedy.
And I'm not taking any more, ladies and gentlemen. He's out of here. And thank you, Dead Bring of the Law. 2 contestants left.
Every time this guy drives me crazy.
There's definitely more madness, there's more laughs, there's more craziness.
That's it. I am putting the house on the market. We are moving to England.
It's just going to sort of encapsulate what being a teenager is all about.
Must be dead.
If you think it's time you ditch that pathetic little girlfriend of yours?
And I hope it's going to really please a lot of Spud fans out there.
Death Breath is the DJ, and everyone knows that DJs get all the chicks.
Just think of Spud 1. Just think more.
Oh, it's for your sake of free. We're back. Come